now, Storm Tracker weather, coverage you can count on.
Well, not a bad-looking early evening at the Sundial Bridge over the Sacramento River in Redding. A little bit longer day than we saw just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it seems like a huge change. I can't believe how much sunlight we have left. Jason, it's really, and also no rain. That makes a difference too.
Yeah, it's easy to see the sunshine when we don't have a sky full of clouds. The last 3.5 to 4 weeks have been pretty amazing for our area. But last night we really lost a lot of that cloud cover. Had some areas of fog around Oroville, also in Chico, but it didn't last too long. And we did drop down this morning. It was 32 degrees in Redding. Look at Chester. Down to 7 this morning. It was 36 in Chico, but with more low clouds and fog, Oroville only dropped down to 39, and it was 34 degrees in Red Bluff. Highs today, with that cold start, we're still a little bit below average. 20s and 30s for the higher terrain. 45 was the high today in Paradise, and we had widespread lower 50s for the valley, but fairly clear outside right now. Just a couple cirrus clouds, and that's the way our sky is going to be tonight through most of Friday into early Saturday. We have a ridge of high pressure in the wake of that nice storm that brought us the rain and the snow yesterday. We still have some gusty wind coming out of the north. That's going to be the same situation through Friday night. Then by Saturday morning, here comes another storm approaching the west coast, increasing clouds for us. You can see by this time Saturday, some rain showers skirting right along the Oregon border, but that storm is going to be different than the storm after storm that we've had for about the last month or so. That one's going to be one of those inside sliders that miss us to the north and east. It pushes down to the Great Basins. It brings rain and snow to Nevada, but for California, it's going to be all about some gusty northerly and northeasterly wind, mainly Sunday and Monday. And then once we get past Monday into Tuesday, we'll have a lot more sunshine, weaker wind, and a warming trend. We're actually going to be above average by the middle 3 days of next week. And we can see in the short term how much more wind that we're expecting tonight through early tomorrow morning. A lot of gusts between 20 and 35 miles an hour. We've had some gusts around 32 already in the Red Bluff area, but by late tomorrow into early Saturday, that wind will begin to weaken and we'll have a little bit quieter weather. Speaking of which, with all the rain and wind and snow that we've had, it's been tough to keep up the yard work recently, but it's looking good for that as we move into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There'll be some breezes, but overall, we're going to have some nice dry weather if you need to get things cleaned up around where you live. So here's your forecast for tomorrow. A chilly start to a cool Friday for northwestern California. Lows in the teens and 20s with highs in the cool 40s. For the northeast, it's going to be a cold night tonight with more single digits and teens for most lows, and highs will struggle just to get to the freezing mark in Alturas with more 40s around Quincy and Shingletown. For the ridge, we'll still have enough gusty wind tonight to keep the temperatures in the 20s and 30s by tomorrow morning. Highs really not that warm, but it'll be a cool day with lots of sunshine. Everyone's going to reach the 40s. For the valley, we'll also have more gusty wind coming out of the north tonight, so that'll keep the temperatures near the freezing mark, if not slightly warmer than that. Lower to mid 30s for us for overnight lows. Highs slightly warmer tomorrow under that sunny sky with lower to mid 50s. And for the Chico area, there's a slight chance for some areas of fog further south mainly, but not much of that. We'll have some breezes. Lows between 32 and 35. Highs back in the lower to mid 50s tomorrow afternoon. Next 7 days in Chico, there's no rain in this forecast. One of the driest that we've had for a long time. Those temperatures will really start to warm, climbing out of the lower mid 50s for both Chico and Redding Friday and Saturday, to the lower 60s for much of next week.
All right. Thank you, Jason.